Okay, so our first half of the workout will be working with the band that's anchored under the door. And then I think going through that first set just to make sure the band is an appropriate, resistance for all the exercises, because it is going to be a lot of upper body, so just making sure that there's no strain, specifically through those shoulders. The first exercise, we're going to be standing facing into the band, and we're going to do what's called a face pull. So what you're going to do is kind of pull on the outer sides of the cheeks is kind of how I think of it. So elbows come out and wide, and so my hands kind of end up like right beside my chin. Yeah, like that. Good. All right, here we go. Begin. So we're trying not to shrug the shoulders up, although we are working the back side of the shoulders. Keep those abs tight, posture tall, with the feet grounded down. And 3, 2, 1. And now we'll move into bicep curls. So still standing tall, feet grounded down. Bicep curls, curl into the shoulders and extend those arms straight all the way down. Making sure to not bend from the wrists. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to turn around now. And we're coming down to a kneeling position just so that band's not quite as intense down here. And you're going to pelvic tuck, so you're squeezing your glutes together. This is going to keep that work out of that low back and more into the abs and the glutes. And we're going to alternate an overhead press. Move very slow. You will push slightly in front of you. Good, just bring it right back to the shoulder. Yeah, keeping it up there. And that way we just don't give the band the chance to pull on the shoulder wrong. Keeping the pelvic tuck, glutes are squeezing, tucked under, abs are on. Tall posture through the top of the head. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we're going to move to the lower half of the body. You can kind of sit back, and what we'll do is we're going to clasp the bands together. So I'm just going to take the little clasps, stick one on the other, and creates this little seatbelt over the hips. And then we're going to try to make sure that band stays pretty much on my hip bones. And I'm going to load my legs a little bit more, so I'm just kind of scooting away from my anchor point. And what we're going to do here is at the top, I'm going to squeeze those cheeks, tuck them under, and then squeeze at like 110%. So this is our locked in position. Then we're going to let the cheeks go. They're going to stretch back, hinge from the hips, let that band kind of assist that. And we start to pelvic tuck and squeeze against the band, lock in 110% at the top. So this is essentially a hip hinge from the kneeling position with some resistance coming from the back. So it kind of gets those glutes to really, really activate differently. Healthy hip hinge, good strong lock in. And if you want more resistance, you can just keep moving away from your anchor. Hopefully everything feels okay on your knees. We could get some extra padding under there if needed. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Now we're going to try to get out of our loop without undoing a loop. So we'll just take those knees out, and then we're going to sit beside the band. So we're sideways to the anchor. And basically I have my hip lined up with the anchor point at the bottom of the door. And we're going to go into some Russian twists here, where we're going to be pulling that band across. Like this. So the work is coming from the core, trying to relax the legs the best you can. Scoop it out, lean back. Here we go. Exhale to twist. Slight inhale to come back, but those abs stay strong the whole time. So you're really working both directions. Moving slow both directions. Three, 2, 1. And now we do that to the other side. So we'll just turn around. Same thing, stay the same distance away from the anchor. And scoop it out, begin when you're ready. Exhale out, inhale, return. Slow both directions. Work into that core. Try to relax your legs. Your arms aren't working much. Neck is relaxed. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Nice work. That's a set right there. So to begin again, we're just going to unlock our seatbelt, our connection there. And we're going to come back to our face pull. So from this position, it'll end up like this at the very top. And we're pulling from these muscles here. All right, ground down through those posture muscles. Core stays on. Begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we move into bicep curls. Curl all the way towards the shoulders and let all the way out. So that bicep muscle gets the chance to fully flex, fully stretch out and release. Abs tight, posture on. Just try to keep looking straight in front of you. That keeps that posture where we want it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to switch to shoulder work, coming down into a kneeling position. So you can be down on both knees. If you want to stay maybe off of a knee, it's okay to come into this position. It doesn't change the work for the shoulders. If you do have both knees down, just lock in through those glutes. And we begin alternating. Alternating is going to keep us moving slower with more control and intention, just focusing on that single side, just because we don't want that band to pull on that shoulder wrong. So we're always in control. We're using our strength to move the band. Intentional work on the way up and on the way down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we move to the lower half of the body, creating our seatbelt again. Just quick little clasp over, buckle it in, and then the resistance stays on the hip bones. We don't want that to go up onto the tummy. Move away as much as you'd like because we're really starting to load the cheeks back here. All right, so they squeeze to begin. This is where we're coming back to every time. Lock in to create that rep. Stretch. Lock back up. That's it. And you're just moving at your own breathing rhythm. And this is not fast at all. So inhale back and exhale, lock up. And do try to create that little pelvic tuck. It makes a difference with how those glutes are able to come into that deeper contraction. And we want strong glutes, right? Because that gives a lot of support to our low back. It creates hip strength and support, stability. And I like the assist of the band because it really just pulls back from those hips. Sometimes we get our back a little too involved. And all it is just moving from these hips. The hinge back releases the glutes. Standing up, squeeze the glutes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we get out of our little loop. Moving into core work. So this specifically is working into the sides, but just remember that core is fully activated, working together. If you needed to, you could cross the legs to try to deactivate the legs a little bit more, and it would still just look like this, as long as those sit bones stay planted down. So maybe you just experiment with those legs. Ready, begin. Exhale out, inhale, slowly come back. And 3, 2, 1, and other side. Abs on, lean it back, begin when you're ready. Shoulders down out of your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That's the end of round 2. Let's take a water break. Everything feeling okay? Good. All right, good, yeah, so when we do come back, we need our band separated. And we're gonna start with our shoulder work. Okay, ground those feet down, turn on the core, the glutes, tall posture, and pull. Just looking straight out in front of you. Matching your movement to your breathing. Exhale, pull. Inhale, let down. You're staying in control of the band at all time. Don't let it snap you back down. Two, one. All right, bicep curls. I get a little bit closer to the anchor. Here we go. Maintain that posture and that core contraction. It stays on, supportive all the time. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back down, kneeling, facing away for shoulder work. This time, the anchor is from the back, so we're going to feel tops of the shoulders and a little bit of the fronts of the shoulders. Keep that core supportive. Slight pelvic tuck does help with that, so this work does not go into that low back. Nice, slow pace, looks good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And seatbelt. Once that's good and locked in, you can move away from the anchor. This is our third round. We're going to finish strong. So if you just know that you can push a little bit more, scoot out a little bit more. Nice. All right, here we go. Hinge. Glutes release. Come up. 110% contract. So just like our bicep muscles, they need to fully lengthen to then fully contract. That is how we get the most out of our exercise. We get that lengthening of the muscle so it can come back stronger for that next repetition. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to our Russian twist, basically a single side pull. Maybe start on the opposite side that you've been starting with. Change it up for the body. Okay, again, in this last round, really making sure that we're using our abs. Isolate the best that you can. Ready? Begin. And 3, 2, 1, and switch. Get those legs to relax the best you can. Isolate here at the tummy, and begin. And 3, 2, 1, and done there. Good job. Take a breather. More water if you need it. And our next set does not include the band. So as we come back, we'll just come back to standing without the band. Okay, as we're coming back, we're going to move into a single leg squat. So your feet positioning really won't change much, maybe a little bit more narrow. And we're just going to shift weight into one foot, the other foot, just kind of tap with the toe. I call it the kickstand, keep it. And we're going to just squat down, drive up through that working leg. Nice and low, drive up, squeeze the cheek at the top. And that kickstand leg can work as little or as much as you need it to just to keep balance. But ultimately, we're really trying to get like 98% of the work and of the weight into that single leg. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we switch over. Just plant that other foot down. Here we go. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep those abs on a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Good. Next, we're going to move into alternating curtsy lunges. So curtsy is where we take that leg kind of like past that body. Big step, other side. Yep, we got it. Use your arms however you want. This is nice for inner and outer thigh work, a little extra into our lunge. Keep those knees happy though. The more you lengthen that leg behind you, the happier your knees should be. So don't get too small, too tight. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Good. All right, let's come down to the floor for plank. Okay, plank is going to be a little bit longer than normal. We're going to go for 40 seconds. If you need to come down, a little rest, just reset, come back up when you can. All right, ready? Begin. Focus on the breathing. Keep that core tight, pulled up towards the spine. Over halfway through. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. All right, a little bit more abs. We're going to go into a double crunch. So what this is a reverse crunch from the lower half. We'll also crunch the upper half. It looks like this. Connect, back down. We try to connect the feet and the head at the same time, which challenges the core, and that low back stays down the entire time. So abs have a lot to work with. All right, in 2, 1, begin. Just kind of choose that breathing rhythm that works for you. Slow and controlled. Keep those abs on the whole time. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right. Heavy on those legs and heavy on those abs for this set. Let's go back to those legs. Single leg squat. So you're going to pick a leg that you're working. Majority of your weight is in that leg. Little kickstand. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we switch over. Begin when you're ready. Other leg is working. Remember to squeeze that cheek at the top. Squeeze, it releases down. Squeeze back up to the top. And I think of driving down through my foot. My entire leg is activated. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, we're going into our side-to-side curtsy lunges. Begin. Nice and big. Take up the space in your room. Try to keep with that breathing rhythm. Diaphragmatic breathing. Three, two, one. Nice job. That was a full minute. All right, we're back to our plank. 40-second hold. And 2, 1, begin. Work is in those abs. Make sure you're keeping good form. It's okay to reset if you need to. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, on your back. Our double crunch, reverse crunch, and regular crunch at the same time. Ready. Begin. Tap the head and the toes down at the same time. That's also a challenge. It's timing. It's all about how your core is being challenged and doing its job here. Keep that low back down. The weight of your head is in your hands. Careful not to pull on your head. And 3, 2, 1. And rest there. Let's take a water break. All right, so coming back to our aerobic lower half section. So we're going to start with our single leg squat. So if you always start on the same leg, let's switch it up. Start on the other side. That's here for me. All right, ready? And begin. Kickstand leg just has a little bit of weight in it, just for balance purposes. Working into that single side. And we switch over. Ready? And begin. When you squat down, put a little bit more weight into those heels, into that heel, that single heel. That means you're getting those hips back, squatting back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good there. All right, side to side, curtsy lunges. Ready? Begin. Looking good. Good pace. Just keep that rhythm going with your breathing, with your pace. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Good. We are down for plank. All right, be able to keep breathing in your plank and maintain that core. It's some work. Ready? Begin. Don't let your low back creep in. Move to your knees if you ever need to, and then reset. Come back up. We're over halfway through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done there. And our last one. One more ab exercise. Moving slow. Ready, and begin. Low back stays down. Belly button driving down towards the floor. And this is not sucked in, we're strong and pulled in. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice job. Let's pull those knees up towards your chest. Give those legs a hug. You can rock side to side if that feels good. Now we're going to roll to your side. And we're going to go for a quad stretch. So we're going to hook the top foot. And level 1 is you just kind of let those knees connect. Level 2, you would roll onto your stomach. That will increase the stretch. And just try to relax into this. No pain or strain in the knee. We're going to gently let go of this leg. And then you can kind of just roll to the other side, hook the top leg, stay stacked, or roll to the stomach, move slow. Take care of your knee. Gently release that foot. And we're going to go into a mini cobra or baby cobra. So this is just to really stretch out those abs. To help your low back not take the blunt of this, you want to squeeze the glutes, tuck them under, and then lift those abs away from the floor and then pull those elbows down into the floor and towards your body. We're going to hold for just a few moments here. This is a core contraction, glute contraction with a tuck under. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's move it into a child's pose or a cat-cow if you'd like. All right, when you're ready, we're going to take a seat with the legs out in front of you, nice and straight. And I'm going to cross the right leg over the left leg. And then you're going to reach for your left toes, so that bottom foot. And gently come back up. We'll switch those legs out. Now we're reaching for the bottom feet. That's your right foot, if you're with me. Nice job, and release. And you can cross the legs or you can put them in kind of like a butterfly position, whatever's more comfortable at the moment. And we're going to cross the arms, so opposite hand to knee. And what we're going to do is we're going to scoop out by kind of like pulling away from the knees. And so our hands anchored to the knees are going to help to assist in a stretch through that mid to upper back. So just kind of think of breathing into that stretch right now. Kind of aim that breath to the middle of your back. And we're going to come up and we're just going to switch out those arms and go back into that stretch. Nice big inhale. And a relaxing exhale. Kind of let those shoulders drop out of your ears. And 2, 1. And just coming back to a nice tall posture. Kind of roll those shoulders out. All right, all done.